let me hear you roll.
Arjun remains unbeaten so far as he increases his lead at the top. Raja jumps into second with 7, 1 ahead of Dev Kumar. Debanjan is still to get off his duck.
Take it slow, go ahead with what you're feeling.
The 4 best gamers in India try to figure out strategy before their last semi-final challenge.
You just go up on the screen, you're playing alone on a server, it's team deathmatch. Okay. Right, so you just want to rack up kills because only your kills will be counted. You get to play for 5 minutes. You just have to focus. Use that pressure, it's energy. You can just channel it and figure out what you're going to do with that. Hold back a few moves, don't tell everyone everything. And then at the end, just pull off something that they just did not expect.
Yeah, I think Raja has been helpful not just to me, to all of his teammates, even though it's now one-on-one, but some played politics and all, they are out. I wouldn't like to name anyone. So the people who are left, they are like gamers and play the game in the right spirit.
Alright, guys, good luck.
Good luck. Nice game.
And the final game for the semi-final playoff was the Medal of Honor.
After the 2 games were played, I was on score 0 and the rest of them were higher on the table than me.
One player would play a match, then his opponent, and the number of kills or frags of each would be calculated. Arjun came up first and proved his mettle, racking up 5 kills. Raja seemed well on his way to match his brother, until he came up against stiff resistance.
We're brothers, so it doesn't matter who wins, who loses, as long as it's in the family. That's been our motto right from the start.
Tables were turned as this time it was Raja's genre, and Dev Kumar didn't look very confident as he could only pick up 1 frag. Raja made up for his defeat against Arjun by beating Dev Kumar 3-1. Arjun kept his amazing form going as he racked up 5 frags. Dev Kumar still hadn't managed to come to grips with the game.
I was a bit nervous because for the last game I had to win all my matches to make sure I had some kind of chance. I had no previous experience in the game, so that immunity thing sort of backfired today.
I think Debanjan had a bit of disadvantage in this because he wasn't given any practice time.
The lack of practice affected Debanjan more than he expected.
During the first 2 minutes, I kind of got confused with the controls because since I'm used to playing on Xbox 360, the controls are a bit different than that on the PS3, so I just sort of messed around in the first 2 minutes, but then came back but couldn't manage much, got 3 kills.
Raja took the sniper approach to snap up 2 kills.
There you go.
I have a scope.
Yes, I know.
But could only manage 1 more to tie with Debanjan. Arjun came up again and proceeded to rack up 4 kills. And now Debanjan showed why the brothers were afraid of his FPS skills.
Second match was against Arjun. I showed them that I'm really good in FPS, even though this was my first time I played that game. I got 6 kills and Arjun managed only 4, so I got 2 points against him.
Dave Kumar got comfortable with the game by now and managed to rack up 3 kills in his last game.
When the game was going on, to be honest, nothing much was going on in my mind except for the fact that I had to concentrate and win. So I just sort of tried to blank out everything else and just focus on the game.
Debanjan though seems to have gone off his hot streak.
Map was new to me, I just couldn't find anyone. Got a bit confused, I only managed 1 kill.
Good job, guys. That brings us to the end of semi-finals. And I know the last game was a little trickier than the other 2, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Medal of Honor.
quite tricky.
So Raja, you won through FPS. And how did you feel about your performance? Were you just playing to make sure you're...
Yeah, I was just playing safe.
Arjun, you beat Raja at his pretty much king of this genre as far as he's been saying, but you've been consistent throughout. How do you feel about your performance?
All I'd say is, again, it's console FPS. It really is a different genre. I mean, the whole input thing, it just makes it so different. And other than that, I also knew my brother was just having fun.
All right. Dave?
Obviously, the first game wasn't good. I won't make any excuses. It was my bad. I didn't adapt well to this game as well as with the whole interface.
Well, Debanjan was someone who sat out on this very game yesterday. You didn't do well at all in the first 2 games, and then you come in and you actually beat Arjun. How do you feel right now about that?
Yeah, I feel really good, and I'd like to say a few things to him. Nothing personal, but he has been criticizing me. But we played 2 matches against each other, and I beat him on both occasions. So I guess he should be careful next time he says anything about me.
The only other person who did that score, incidentally, was Raja, right? With 6 kills. So that means on the first time he touches the game, he comes in on the top. So actually he has a lot of potential that, and like he said, maybe today was not his day. What do you have to say about that?
It was the first time I was playing it, I got confused for the first couple of minutes. Between me and Raja was a draw, so I just needed 1 more kill, and I think I would have got it had I got maybe at least a minute or so for practice.
Yeah, I think he was playing really well. In fact, he was aiming way better than I can possibly aim with these controls.
At the end of the semi-finals, we had Arjun at 15 at the top of the table, Raja at 10, Deb at 8, Deej at 3. So, well played, guys. Deej, it was great to have you here. Congratulations. And I think this was the first time you stood up for yourself. I would just say, hold that confidence, work hard. If you love gaming as much as I think you do, work hard at it, and I'm sure you'll come back and hold your head up high right through. Yeah? Thank you, Deej. And congratulations to the 3 of you. I suggest you go back and get some rest because tomorrow's the finals and we are going to crank it up. So, good luck.
Thank you. I was pretty disappointed that I couldn't manage to make it to the finals. I sort of f***ed up in the first 2 matches, so it wasn't... I did pull up a victory in the last match, but I guess that wasn't good enough.
This is the finals.
Round 1, fight!
Top 3 gamers in India, more than halfway through the finals, and things are really tight.
The strategy was simple. Attack, attack, attack.
And so, we've always talked about finding out who the last man standing is, and this is that moment right here.